the shoulders like that. Guess what throw he done? Category. And luckily, as I saw him, he didn't have bend his knees on that, he just went boom. Because he was as strong as a full-grown man, but punch those guy. He didn't have bend his knees on nothing. Oh, Jesus. I'm glad I went for it, because you wouldn't have had a hope. But now you had a chance to stop it, because you couldn't do any other throws. You can imagine him doing Uchimata. Well, you got to look at it, he couldn't do it, of course he could. Because everyone's really, that was the only throw he could do, with any element of success. And he done it very well. But once he'd given the game away, he couldn't do it anymore. Because everyone was wary of that. And then as long as they stay clear of that, they were going to beat him some way or the other. So yeah, and this is what I'm saying, and this is the point, is it's not going to be someone at 6'8" that's going to do it on you. It's going to be someone that, in your case, perhaps 5'6". In my case, maybe only 5 foot. Because they're the ones they've got to get underneath you. And that's where you again, this is where your training comes in. You have to learn it because size is relative. You know, what you think is big, somewhere else might be small. You may think you're big until you suddenly come up against somebody and go, gee, you know, so it is relative. And if obviously if you're tall, you're more likely to be attacked by littler people than if you're littler, aren't you? You know, we've got to take this into our individual training. Really, you know, the chances lots of little guys coming and attacking me aren't going to happen. But someone like you, most people are going to be smaller than you. You know, so you have to learn how to handle smaller guys. I have to learn how to handle bigger guys. Sorry, but that's the way it is, okay? Right, anything else before we move on to another question?
I just had a question for Jimata. I've seen on the videos where you tend to be more to the outside. I don't know if that's true, or would you tend to be more in a throw position?
It depends on the size of the person you get. If you're doing it on someone taller, which I wouldn't do, yes, again, horses for courses. Yeah, you have to be on the inside, you have to use more hip. If you're doing it on someone smaller, then you do it the way I do on the DVD, because then, what you're doing is you're flicking them sideways. Right? But obviously if they're taller and they've got longer legs, you've got to get that hip in as well to lift them. So you don't do Uchimata on somebody that's taller than you. You usually reserve for someone the same size or someone a little bit smaller.
That's one of the questions I actually had, because training with Greg, I find that on a lot of throws, especially leg wheel, on my terminology is failing me.
That's right, just say what you
dropping tight toes.
Yeah.
I have trouble getting, because his legs are so much longer, I have trouble getting mine far enough.
Okay. No, you weren't designed to do those throws on him, I'm sorry.
So I just have to...
Well, you just have to accept that. Maybe they're going to work better on that. Maybe, you know, there's nothing we can do about that, is there? It's really similar. He must really saying the same thing about you. Maybe he has problems getting Ippon on you. Yeah, or one of the other throws on you. Maybe the double arm would even be harder on to do on you. You know, the Morite the double hand shoulder throw. So it's the same, but different. You know, and unfortunately, that's why we have so many different throws. You know, really, you only need one throw, don't you? Well, why do we need all these different throws? We only need one. Listen, you only need one punch, don't you, really? If it's good enough, you don't really need a sequence of those. But we build up because it's not quite that simple. It's not an exact science, is it?
Everybody's got that.
Everyone's slightly, I mean, you look at a guy your size and go, well, he weighs about 14 stone. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, he could be 16.
I don't know how much stone
it could be 11. Well, you know,
pounds?
it doesn't matter, you know, with a poundage or whatever is different, you know, or if you do it in kilos. But just by looking at someone, you can't necessarily guess their weight. I mean, how much do I weigh, for example, in poundage?
175.
83.
Well, you're close, but you're still 10 pounds out.
I would, yeah, it's
12 actually, I'm 187.
187.
Yeah.
Looking at you, you guess about 170, but you're also strong.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. With a quick look at somebody, you get compared to, and not going to stand there naked in front of you and all the rest of it. So therefore, that's what I'm saying about not being exact. I mean, you've all done grappling.
Oh yes, it's big.
You know, you get one guy on top of you, he's got a control on him, you can't shift him. And then you see what appears to be a much, much bigger guy on top of you, and you can. Because it's a way also, he displays his weight, he distributes his weight and all the rest of it. This is not an exact science. And nobody in this world can actually say, well, yeah, this is going to work perfectly on that person. We don't know. I was one, I hate to say this, but I have to, please don't. I was once, I'm in trouble with this. I was once beaten by a Frenchman. In a judo contest. That's terrible, isn't that? But he was about your size and he actually threw me with the Morte Sianagi double on sword. In theory, you shouldn't be able to do it. Because don't forget, when we're competing as well, I'm even lower. Yeah, so there's no way this taller guy should have been, but he did. And to this day, I still don't know how he done it. He either got double jointed shoulders or something to get into that position, you know. And as I say, because it's not exercise. And maybe that was one of the reasons why he caught me, because I wasn't expecting that type of throw. You know, and, you know, but that's half what we're doing when we're doing our training for competition. We're trying to do something that's unexpected, you know, so hopefully that answers your question on that.
Yeah, it does.
But, you know, as I say, you know, the Uchimata, if you're doing it on Greg, you should be on the inside, as you say, using more hip, but if you're doing it on Frank, you should be on the outside, because you're not going to hip, it's not going to be, it's going to get in your way, in fact.
I actually find, even with Frank, I turn in more and more to, maybe it's just more used to the hip throw.
If it's working,
it seems to be what works. I just want to make sure that
Yeah, you know, that guy, he was a world judo champion, he was, Olympic gold medalist. He was born in Britain, but he eventually moved to France, but forgetting about that. He used to do a throw called the dustbin throw. We said, what's a dustbin throw? He said, well, I sort of grab them and I turn them upside down. He said, it's like going to the dustbin. Yeah, but what's it called? I haven't got a clue what it's called, but it works. You can't argue, you know, if the guy's won a gold medal at the Olympics, he can call it whatever he likes, you know. But it doesn't exist in any type of book or anything else, you know, I turn it upside down, that's it. So, you know, if it works for you, then fine, you know, I haven't got a problem with it, you know, it's about you, isn't it? And,
yeah, I just wanted to make sure that the turning in was...
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
It's one I struggle with, and I think I'm starting to...
Well, we can't be brilliant at everything.
Oh, it's going to be
We can't do every throw brilliant. Right, can we move on? Is there other things you get into?
Drawing the ankle.
Yeah.
For me is no problem.
Again, same problem applies, doesn't it? You've got a taller man, you're trying to draw him to lift. To draw, and you can't do it, because you haven't got the height and the leverage. So again, it's a taller man's throw against a smaller man. Now, it doesn't mean you can't do it, you've just got to do it on somebody that's the same size or smaller than you. It's not a throw you would do on a taller person, but it is a throw he would do on you, because he's got the leverage and the lift. And that's what makes it work. Yeah, it's really simple as that, because when he steps forward with that foot there, you need to be up on your toes. And if you're smaller than him trying to pick him up, you're not going to do it. So obviously, again, it's not a throw designed for the smaller against the larger man. I don't suppose you're doing anything wrong, but do one on that for me.